DZ300 sensor is a system that determines the direction and frequency of drum rotation of a concrete mixer. Acceptable range of measuring drum rotation is from 0 to 120 rotations per minute. The sensor consists of magnet sensor element, which is located in a metal cylindrical body. On the box, you can find some carving, which is used to connect the sensor to the vehicle. It's necessary to make sure the sensor is connected correctly, otherwise the sensor's data will not be accurate. The main rules for installation are the following. The sensor should be connected so that its axis would be directed to the rotating part of the drum as it's presented in the slide. Fix the magnetic label on the drum's rotating part. Put the sensor in such a position so that during the drum rotating, the magnetic label went along the surface of the sensor strictly from A to B or vice versa. This integration is implemented in the tracking units by means of algorithms. It's necessary that we should use the tracking units that are algorithms supported. There are two ways of how you can determine the capability of the tracking units to be programmed with Easy Logic technology. In the specification of a tracking unit, there should be abbreviation AI, or in the label on the lowest part of the tracking unit, there should be number 2 next to IMEI. You can also check if the tracking unit is algorithm supported in the configurator software. Send command hard version. If in the response the numbers after comma are different from 0, the tracking unit can work with Easy Logic technology. The needed version of the firmware should be the following. In the screen, you can see the sensor's outputs and also RS232 interface parameters. White and blue wires are not used in the sensor connection but are provided for reference. The scheme for sensor connection to Galileo Sky tracking units depends on the unit version. In the screen, you can see schemes for tracking units of different versions. For further settings, launch configurator software. Go to tab Commands and send the following command to download the necessary algorithm. Make sure the script is scheduled. Then go to tab Troubleshooting and select Data Transmission and Data Transmission Detailed. In case the script is successfully downloaded, the result will be shown in the screen. Now, if you send command script in Commands tab, you will see that the algorithm is downloaded. The data received from the sensor are recorded by the tracking unit in user tags with numbers 0, 1, 2 and 3. To send this data to the monitoring software, go to tab Settings of Configurator Software and in the Protocol tab, tick corresponding parameters for data packets. Further, in the tab of Digital Inputs, set the parameter Nothing for RS232 peripheral type. Click Apply button to save the settings. In the screen, you can see the values for user tags of the sensor. 0 shows the speed of drum rotation. It is calculated in rotations per minute. Tag 1 shows the rotation direction. 1 is equal to rotation from A to B and 2 is equal to rotation from B to A. Tag 2 presents mistake with reading sensor data. And finally, tag 3 is the value of the first byte which is not received from the sensor. These are the meanings of mistake codes that can be received in user tag 2. They will help you to detect the failure in case the sensor works incorrectly. To finish the settings, go to Monitoring Server to make sure the sensor data are present in the system. So here we can see the speed of drum rotation is equal to 18 rotations per minute. The direction is from A to B and there are no reading mistakes. Connection of the drum rotation sensor to Galileo Sky tracking device is completed. The tracking unit is ready for use.